Today, we're talking about turning a patio heater into a hot tent stove. This is the coolest hot tent stove you've ever seen. This is the coolest hot tent stove I've ever seen. So today, we're gonna go over how I made this into a hot tent stove and whether I think it's worth the money or if it's just funny. It's got this tiny, I say tiny, but it's got this hopper on the side. You fill it from the top, and to do that, you just take off this little lid. You take your swivel chair bag full of pellets. Yeet, and you just fill it up. You replace the top, and you're good for about an hour. In my testing of this, I get about an hour out of this hopper full of pellets. It doesn't fit a whole lot of pellets in it though, so you're gonna get a lot of burns out of a 40-pound bag. Obviously, the coolest part is the burn chamber right here. It's completely glass, which is just so cool. Essentially, it's just a rocket stove, a pellet-powered rocket stove. It also has these fins right here around the burn chamber, right above the burn chamber. So as it sucks in air from down here, it creates this spiral effect of the fire. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll come in close and I'll show you. I'll try to show you it spiraling up this glass tube. It's just got a tripod leg. It's got 3 legs with pivoting feet on them so that it can make it level. They also have adjustable screws in case your ground isn't level that you're working on. The air intake is down here on the bottom in the back, sucking air in right here, feeding the fire, and just shooting up through the roof. Let's come up top. Right here is a stovepipe adapter. This tube just happens to be 4 inches wide, and so is this adapter. It's a 4-inch to 3-inch pipe adapter. Luckily, the stoves from Greenstove has a 3-inch pipe. They have, it's like a 2.75 pipe and then a 3-inch pipe. And the 3-inch pipe is what I attached to this pipe adapter, and it goes up through the roof and it comes out the top. It just happened to work out, guys. I had this adapter from other stove builds, and then these pipes just fit right on there. Perfect to make this hot tent stove. Now, it is freaking cold outside. It's about 3 degrees Fahrenheit, which in Celsius is cold as... And I can't see my breath in here no more. It's been going for a couple hours. Ideally, you want a taller tent than this. I barely have any pipe inside of this tent, but it's working. The coolest part is that it throws heat in a 360-degree area. So it's heating on all sides of this hot tent stove. Patio stove. Yeet. I ended up getting a new microphone. Damn it, I pushed the button again. I'm still figuring it out. Hopefully I didn't screw up with pushing that button. But if I take the windscreen off, it's like the size of my thumb. This thing is so small. Oh man, it has like a magnetic back, and that fell into my pocket when I took it off. Let me know how the audio is on this. ASMR. Adventures of Spackman ASMR. So let's talk about the biggest elephant in the room. Cheers. You can't cook on this. That's con number 1. There's just nowhere to put your teapot, which kind of sucks, but it is a wicked cool stove. Another thing, as you can see, the flame is a little smaller than it was in the beginning. So you kind of got to go in and clear out the ashes from the burn grate. But then you get a nice big burn again. I found that to be the problem with most pellet stoves. The burn grate ends up getting stuck with ashes and eventually can cause problems with pellet stoves. So on all your pellet stoves for your hot tents, you want to keep that burn grate clean. Otherwise it can cause problems. But now the flame The flame is touching the adapter now. That is huge. That is a huge flame, guys. That's just so cool. Let me know what you guys think of this pellet stove. Do I think you should use this inside of a hot tent? No. But if you want a fire off for your patio, this is pretty darn cool. It's cheap to run. Pellets are pretty darn cheap. I'd say you'd get, I don't know, at least 6 hours to 12 hours out of a bag of pellets. So you could throw quite a few parties with this cool ambient light. Now, outside of the hot tent, it doesn't throw a whole lot of heat. You kind of got to be up pretty close to feel it, but it is a cool flame, and it throws a lot of light out of it. Wow, the flame is huge now. Oh, it's going out there. Oh, I was hoping to see flames come out of the top there. But they're not. So do I think the patio pellet stove, hot tent stove is worth the money or just funny? I think it's worth the money. Oh, this was just over $100. Last year, these things were all over the internet, all over your reels, your short video feeds, just people using these for outdoor patios for restaurants and stuff. And it's so cool to be able to see the whole flame going up through this glass tube. What if I took this glass tube and put it into a regular wood stove or a regular pellet stove for a hot tent? That could be pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think of this patio pellet stove, hot tent stove in the comments down below. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. Did I just make this video without burning myself? New year, new me. I suppose you guys want an update on the giveaway, huh?